folks, it's Jim from the Movie Rewind here to review Noah Baumbach's Greenberg. Greta Gerwig plays Florence, a 25-year-old assistant to an LA family that's off on vacation. Philip, her boss, played by Chris Messina, explains that his misanthrope brother, Roger Greenberg, played by Ben Stiller, released from a hospital in New York after a nervous breakdown, will be staying at the house while they're away and asks her to help him if he needs anything like acquiring ice cream sandwiches or to be his chauffeur. 40 years old, Greenberg is a carpenter who hasn't been in LA for 15 years. He reconnects, or at least tries to reconnect, with his former bandmates and past girlfriend. If only the neurotic Greenberg could listen. While Roger lives in a daze, occasionally making a doghouse for his family and writing angry letters to Starbucks, he builds an odd relationship with Florence, an individual who is just as lost as he is, despite their age difference. Greenberg is a divisive film for sure. Anyone expecting hilarity with Ben Stiller may be surprised. This isn't to say that the film isn't funny, but the film is more down-to-earth than his usual features. He also happens to be playing an unlikable character, which will divide many. There's no prerequisite that a character has to be likable, as long as they're either interesting, relatable, or understandable. Greenberg fits the bill in that regard. It's Baumbach's take on the man-child. He's a character stuck in the past. He accuses other people of holding on to the past, and while that may be true, he does the same as well. One of his former bandmates, Eric, played by Mark Duplass in a small role, holds resentment towards Greenberg for declining a major label recording contract. On the surface, Roger's closest friend, Ivan, played by Rhys Ifans, seems to be happy to see Roger again in tough times as his marriage is struggling. He is making do with his current situation, but he also is frustrated with Roger's past decisions. Other awkward encounters and conversations include a lunch with Roger and his old girlfriend, Beth, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who co-wrote the script. Narcissistic, Roger is surprised to hear Beth barely recall their relationship and how it probably wouldn't have worked out. To be fair, Greenberg seems to be trying. You get the feeling that basic human interaction would be difficult for a guy clinging on to his yesteryears where he exuded more confidence. Despite uncomfortable moments of sex and vocal presumptions, Roger and Florence can't seem to avoid one another. It's an unhealthy relationship where Greenberg dishes out the cruelty, confused about his life, but aware she has too much potential to be wasting her time with him. Being a recent unsure graduate who has gone from one bad partner to the next, Florence sees past Roger's social inabilities and realizes his pain. Greenberg isn't like other indie rom-coms. The romance between these two isn't particularly sweet. Even romance doesn't seem like the right word to associate with this relationship. Gerwig, part of the mumblecore movement, is great here. She's the kind of actress that is pretty and sweet but attainable. She's willing to be unflattering, but not in some usual sitcom way where a woman in klutzy fashion trips over her heels. However, a lot of credit must be given to Stiller, who is rather comfortable as Greenberg. This is more along the lines of Stiller's earlier work in the 90s, and it's easily his best. It's a nuanced performance that prevents Greenberg from ever becoming deplorable. The film ends on an ambiguous note, which could prove to be frustrating for some, but Baumbach provides an ending that doesn't necessarily feel artificial or fake. Whatever is next for Roger or Florence, individually or together, is uncertain, but there seems to be a glimmer of hope. Greenberg is painfully funny and one worth checking out. That's it from the Movie Rewind. Have a good day, folks. Until next time.
I don't understand what happened to me.
It's huge. You finally embraced the life you never planned on.
I'm freaked out by you kids. Your parents were too perfect at parenting. All that Baby Mozart and Dan Zane songs. You're all ADD and carpal tunnel. Hope I die before I end up meeting one of you in a job interview.
What?